may wonder, what is the significance of 1 hour of physical activity every day on the BodySlims program? I have listened to the Weight Whisperer, and he says there are a few reasons why this is so important based on what he's teaching or what I've read or heard in his information that he shares. First of all, let me address that the physical activity is very different than going to the gym and working out. When you are in a calorie deficit program, you do not want to put that burden on your body of burning too many calories. What this program recommends is physical activity, and what the BodySlims Weight Whisperer Gerard Moran recommends is 1 hour of walking a day. 1 hour from start to finish, and it doesn't matter how far you go, just that you go. So if the first day you go and you're moving and maybe you have some sort of knee or foot or some other issue that you just can't get far, or you cannot go for more than 15 minutes or 10 minutes, that's fine, just go. And then the next day, maybe you'll go another minute and then another minute. And then it's amazing how at the end of 70 days, you will be able to go farther than you ever thought you could. For me, I could not put weight on my foot because it's called sesamoiditis. It's where the sesamoid bone is inflamed. And so basically you can't put any weight on the ball of your foot. I had been in a boot. It had been off and on again for about a year and a half. And so I really wanted to do the physical activity, but I physically could not walk on that foot. So I decided to get an exercise bike at home, a recumbent bike. So I have been doing that. So why is it important that you go for an hour? What is the significance of the 1 hour of physical activity? I am not an expert in that area, but I can tell you what I've heard him say. He says that when you exercise, the first 15 minutes is important in that it is after that time that your body will begin to burn fat. So if you are only able to go 15 minutes or you go 30 minutes and then you choose to stop, but you feel like you could go further, you're doing a disservice to yourself because you really start burning calories after, 15 minutes, sometimes 30 minutes. It's your body, it's what your body does, but I think the general rule of thumb is 15 minutes. So if you go and you push really, really hard and you're tired in 15 minutes, that's not as good for you on this program as if you were to start and go at a pace and do it and maybe go the entire hour and just make it, a shorter distance. And then over time, maybe you can build up speed. But if you are able to continue, he always says something like, if you're able to continue, then you must. And that's not because he's being demanding. He is saying that because when you go for 15 minutes, your body should shift into this mode where it begins to lose body fat. And I noticed this the first time that I did this program. So I absolutely ate the foods that he recommended. I stayed to the 1,200 calorie restricted diet every day, eating the right foods, and I did the 1 hour of physical activity. At the end of this program, I'll put a picture up here just as a reminder, but my body shape changed, even in my thighs where I tend to round out a little bit. That's a trouble area for me, as well as my waist and belly. That's where I gain body fat. I wasn't walking, I wasn't moving my hands. As he says, when you're walking, there's a good way to walk, and it's kind of like walking with a purpose. You swing your arms and you get on and you do it. Well, with the bike, I was just sitting there and riding, but even in doing that, for an hour a day for 70 days, I lost 30 pounds and my body changed physically. I was able to lose fat and get leaner than I had been in 10 to 12 years. The reason it is important to do the 1 hour of physical activity a day is when you do that, you're able to burn calories for the majority of that exercise session, and not only for that physical activity session, and not only calories, but your body begins to shed the fat. That is the importance, that is the significance on this program. Or if you are just starting a physical activity program to try and get lean, this will get you breathing and your blood pumping, whether you're riding the bike or you're walking, but you don't want to exert or put too much stress on your body when you are in a calorie deficit program. That much I do know, and he, of course, says that many times as well. So I hope this is helpful, and I hope this kind of gives you the reason behind the ask, which is to do the 1 hour. Don't stop and do 30 minutes now and 30 minutes later. Go ahead and do the whole hour so that your body can begin to show you the benefit of that physical activity. Also, remember to take your pictures, because you will be surprised at how your body begins to transform, and you will probably begin to see this at the 3-4 week mark. So go ahead, take a moment, take your measurements, take your pictures, and I will see you in the next one.